We're under the streets of Helsinki, the capital of Finland, and I'm going to show you the elaborate tunnels and passageways they have. A lot of it is public space that looks like you can see the granite rock and the fact that this space could be turned into bedding for 1,500 people.
Inside the mountain are 15 2- and 3-story buildings. They are freestanding but connected by hallways and ramps. There is also a service area to keep the complex running, and even reservoirs, yes, underground lakes. You get inside by driving through a 2-mile tunnel, and when you get to the middle, you see the doors. The 2 famous blast doors that have kept the facility safe when they're closed. To keep this all going, there are miles of pipes, cables, valves, and thousands of rock bolts to make sure the granite's stable. To keep this all going, there are miles of pipes, cables, valves, and thousands of rock bolts to make sure the granite's stable. Granite's stable. Granite's stable. You get inside by driving through a 2-mile tunnel.
The Lord Jesus is coming back to judge the quick and the dead. Huh? Make sure you do your job. Make sure you do your job. Make sure you give out the word. I don't care how they looking at you. I don't care what they spewing out their mouth. You got to be instant. Huh? You got to stand on the word. Stand on the word. Stand on the word. Stand on the word.
So we're beginning our descent down this not very steeply inclined shaft that I believe goes for, I want to say 3,000 feet, something like that, maybe more. It's a really long walk, and this takes us down into the mine. Yep. There's a parallel tunnel here that parallels the one we're in, and it is very wet compared to this one. So they put this bulkhead here to keep the moisture from coming over into this access tunnel. And that's what that is. Yeah, the other tunnel is really...
This is wet air coming out of here.
Yeah.
That's the only opening into there.
Yeah, that other tunnel is very dangerous because of all the, it's totally wet in there. Okay, we're about approximately 2,000 feet down this inclined shaft, and there's some water here percolating out of the wall. Look at that, right there.
You're gonna smile. You reach in for the ball, and then you smile, okay?
Yes.
And you think this is good.
Just take the picture.
All right.
What kind of camera is that?
And this is the start of the underground city. The underground city is a network of hotels, office buildings, shops, metro stations that are interconnected either on ground level or underground. It's actually the largest underground city in all of the world, and we're going to take a look at that today. So here we go.
here we go.
So it is going to get completely dark. So if you need a light, Tommy, I'll turn one on. I guess you have a little light.
I have a little light.
Okay, there we go.
Shine outside. That way you can see how fast we're going.
You guys are going to feel some pressure in your ears, so yawn or swallow, just as if you were flying.
So the basic concept of the low line is that we can use advanced solar technologies to track the sun, literally concentrate the sunlight down to 30 times its brightness, where we then channel it through effectively a set of plumbing that delivers natural sunlight into an abandoned trolley terminal underneath the Lower East Side. In effect, you might even think of it philosophically as almost turning light into a liquid that we can channel to where we need to get it and transform that abandoned trolley terminal into a vibrant public space.
The high-tech tunnel under Los Angeles, some say wouldn't happen. More proof that Elon Musk's dreams are supersonic.
The drilling project began. The immediate success of the project was almost unusual. There were no initial problems, and the drills continued to bore into the earth, ultimately reaching a distance of over 7 miles. There were some who said that drilling the hole would open up a portal to hell, allowing demons to escape into the world. These rumors grew louder when work on the project was temporarily halted in 1983. Allegedly, on the end of the drill was a microphone, which captures the screams of tormented souls deep in the pits of Hades. These screams were relayed to observers on the surface who became traumatized by what they were hearing. An atmosphere of deep fear and anxiety gripped the rig, and work suddenly had to be shut down without warning. At least that's the story. Here is a recording that's claimed to come from the Kola borehole, from a microphone that was lowered into the well. Listen to it for yourself.
It's real girls out there missing. It's real young girls out there being abducted, being raped, okay? They really are on chains. They really do have chains on their wrists and they can't get out. Robert, and they're ending up buried in
Robert,
They really are on chains.
Where do you put the water? If you pump it out of that neighbourhood, you're likely just moving the flood next door. The best plan would, in theory, be to pump the flood water all the way to the ocean, or at least to a tidal river that can deal with it. But for that, you would need tunnels and buffer tanks on an almost unimaginable scale. This is the metropolitan area outer underground discharge channel, or at least one part of it, the holding tank. It is almost impossible to convey the scale of this on camera.
この地域に関しては中小の河川が流れている地域になりまして、こちらの施設ができる前については、そちらの中小の河川から洪水量があふれて広い範囲で浸水を起こしていたということがあります。こちらの地域に流れる中小河川の水を地下の放水路に処理をしまして、近くにある大きな川である江戸川の方に排水するための施設と。
For the first time at Hillary's direction, our annual trafficking report now includes the United States, because we can't ask other nations to do what we are not doing ourselves. With more than 20 million victims of human trafficking around the world. Think about that, more than 20 million.
And y'all ain't doing nothing about it, to the point where I have to assume that y'all are in on it. I just told y'all in previous videos, go check under the hotels. The hotels are connected underground, but you ain't gonna check that though. And how you can't find over 300,000 kids coming up missing in the US every year, but you can find Osama bin Laden supposedly inside of a cave, inside of a cave, inside of a cave. Man.
They really are on chains.